I'm Madison. Let's talk about something that connects us all, our oceans. But here's the reality. Every minute, the equivalent of one garbage truck full of plastic ends up in the sea. Ocean pollution is one of the biggest problems we face today. But what if I told you we can turn things around together? The key might just be international cooperation. In this video, I'm showing you how the liberal theory of international relations can help us clean our oceans. Now, let's start with the basics. What is liberalism in international relations? Liberalism is a theory in global politics that says countries, international organizations, and even individuals can work together peacefully. Instead of competing all the time, this perspective believes in cooperation, diplomacy, shared rules, and economic connections. So when we ask, how can we stop ocean pollution? Liberalism says no single country can do it alone, but together we actually can. Again, it raises the issue, how do we tackle ocean pollution? Again, the liberal way. Let me break it down into 4 key solutions. First, we need to strengthen international agreements. One example is the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, which sets rules for how countries use the ocean and protect it. But this agreement needs updates, especially when it comes to stopping plastic pollution and holding countries accountable. By the year 2035, we could push for a stronger version that bans plastic dumping and includes real penalties. Second, we should empower international organizations. Groups like the United Nations Environment Program and the International Maritime Organization help countries set global standards and coordinate cleanup efforts. Liberalism believes in these institutions and that they are essential. They create dialogue, reduce conflict, and guide global action. Third, we must encourage cooperation between governments and businesses. This theory supports economic interdependence, which means that when economies work together, peace and progress follow. Some companies are already stepping up, like shoe brands turning plastic waste into products, and engineering teams developing massive ocean cleaning devices. Governments should reward that kind of innovation and support clean business practices. Fourth, we must support civil society and youth activism. That means people like you. Young individuals, student groups, and non-governmental organizations can influence public policy, raise awareness, and hold leaders accountable. Whether you are organizing beach cleanups, joining climate campaigns, or just spreading the word, your voice matters. Now, I know you're probably thinking, does liberalism actually work? Yes, and we've already seen it in action. In 2018, nearly every country on Earth agreed through the United Nations to reduce plastic waste. Kenya introduced one of the strictest plastic bag bans in the world. The European Union is even removing single-use plastics from its markets, and many multinational companies are now rethinking their packaging and shipping brands. These are real-world examples of liberalism, countries and people coming together to solve global problems through diplomacy and shared responsibility. Now, I know it does raise the question, what about fairness and justice? Ocean pollution does not affect everyone equally. Coastal communities in low-income countries often suffer the most, especially if they depend on fishing and tourism. Meanwhile, the majority of plastic waste comes from heavily industrialized countries. That's why liberalism stresses fairness, inclusion, and global responsibility. These people, and the people most affected by ocean pollution, must be a part of the solution, and countries that create the most waste should help lead the cleanup. Now, also you're probably thinking, but what about the critics? Some people argue that countries will always act in their own self-interest and that global cooperation is just wishful thinking. But history shows us otherwise. For example, the international ban on ocean dumping was successful because countries worked together. Liberalism does not ignore conflict. It creates rules and systems that reduce it. So what can you do? This is what you can do. Support international action. Get involved with non-governmental organizations. Use your platform online, in person, to raise awareness. Because diplomacy is not just for diplomats. It's for all of us. Now, in conclusion, I know you may have noticed this video has no special effects and no dramatic voiceovers. That's intentional. Ocean pollution is real. The solutions are real and the urgency is real. I wanted this message to be raw and honest because that's what this issue deserves. We don't need flashy edits to care about our oceans. We just need each other. So let's work together, diplomatically, locally, and globally, to save our oceans. Thank you.